Hey guys, welcome back to Yokai Watch Manga Recaps. Today we're reading Chapter 8, or Book 2, Chapter 1, called Nate the Bad Boy, featuring Rough Rap. So Whisper is a bad boy for no reason, but Nate beats him in rock, paper, scissors, and they go to school. At school, Whisper is no longer a bad boy. At school, Eddie is a bad boy, so Nate looks around with his Yokai Watch and finds Rough Rap, a yokai who hypnotizes people and becoming a bad boy. Nate becomes a bad boy and then he doesn't want to do anything, so Whisper has to summon Jibanyan with the medal. Jibanyan becomes Badinyan when hypnotized by Rough Rap. Rough Rap can stare down and freeze people though, so he does that to Badinyan, but not after Badinyan can check Rough Rap for money, which he finds none of. Rough Rap is about to punch Badinyan, but Nate goes in front with Whisper as a shield. Badinyan knocks out Rough Rap with Pompadour of Fury, and Rough Rap becomes friends with Nate. Hey guys, welcome back to Yokai Watch Manga Recaps. Today I'll be talking about Chapter 9, or Book 2, Chapter 2, called Just Snap Out of It, featuring Days. I also want to thank you for 70 subscribers, it really means a lot to me. So Nate spaces out, and Whisper gets mad at him. Then Whisper tells Nate that a yokai is making him space out. So Nate looks around with the watch and finds Days, a spaced out yokai who makes other people spaced out. Nate runs away, but Days follows him. So Nate summons Jibanyan, who hits his head and becomes spaced out. Jibanyan smacks Days against the wall, which snaps it out of it. It explains that it heard of Nate becoming friends with yokai, and it wants to become friends with Nate. So it gives Nate its medal and spaces out. That's the end of the chapter. Hey guys, welcome back to Yokai Watch Manga Recaps. Today I'll be talking about Chapter 10, or Book 2, Chapter 3, called Don't Give In to the Dark Side, featuring Negasauce. So Nate finds a 500 yen coin, about $3 USD, on the ground, and Jibanyan wants to buy snacks with it. Whisper wants to return it, and Nate wants to buy a comic. In the middle of their fighting, they get interrupted by a shoplifter. Jibanyan trips him, but in a twist, he takes off with some of the snacks that the shoplifter was stealing. He gets hit by a car though and says it was too tempting. So Nate looks around with his watch and finds Negasauce, a yokai who makes people do bad things. Nate summons Happy Air, who makes Negasauce happy, but then steals some stuff. Nate then summons Machismo, who gets kicked by Negasauce, but Negasauce gets stuck to the mochi. He tries to run away but almost gets hit by a car. Nate saves him though. Nate gets another medal and they have a fully paid picnic. Hey guys, welcome back to Yokai Watch Manga Recaps. Today, we're going to be talking about Chapter 11, or Book 2, Chapter 4. This chapter is called A Yokai Battle Boils Over the Bath, featuring Sproink. So Nate is in a bathhouse with Whisper. Two old men in the sauna get out and tell Nate to get out. He gets out, but the other men in the sauna faint due to the water becoming way too hot. So Nate looks around and finds Sproink, a pig yokai who can spew fire out of his nose. Nate summons Jibanyan, who slips on soap and hits Sproink in the belly. Jibanyan uses Paws of Fury, and Sproink fights back. Jibanyan spews away the fire with his flippers. Sproink gets burned and tells Nate that he'll fight him again and that they are now rivals. Hey guys, welcome back to Yokai Watch Manga Recaps. Today, I will be talking about Chapter 12, or Book 2, Chapter 5. Also, it would be nice if you would subscribe, or don't. I don't control you. So Whisper and Nate are sick. Nate looks around and finds Cough Cough, a yokai who makes people sick. Nate summons Jibanyan, who gets pricked by Cough Cough, and becomes a meaner version of himself called Thornyan. He uses Paws of Thorny Thwacks on Cough Cough. Cough Cough stabs Thornyan, but he uses Whisper as a shield. Cough Cough gets stuck to the wall. Thornyan stabs him in the eye. Defeated, Cough Cough explains that he makes people sick because they take better care of themselves. Cough Cough becomes friends with Nate, and Thornyan becomes Jibanyan again. Hey guys, welcome back to Yokai Watch Manga Recaps. Today I'll be talking about Chapter 13, or Book 2, Chapter 6, called Life is Short, so Stand Up for Your Friends, featuring Kaden. So Nate and his friends are catching bugs. Nate does not catch any, but the ones that his friends caught are gone for some reason. Nate looks around and finds Kaden, a cicada yokai. Kaden does not like catching bugs. Kaden also keeps on dying and then getting back up. Nate summons Jibanyan. Jibanyan easily wins the fight, and Kaden says that Nate can capture him. However, when Bear catches a bug, he actually sets it free and gets Kaden's medal. But sadly, Kaden dies. But don't worry, he's a yokai, so he comes back as a zombie when Nate summons him with the medal. Hey guys, welcome back to Yokai Watch Manga Recaps. Today, we'll be talking about Chapter 14, or Book 2, Chapter 7, called The Ancestor's Wish, featuring Noe and Shogunyan. And we have bonus chapter 2. So Nate hears about a ghost samurai at a graveyard. Later he goes and finds Shogunyan, a cat samurai yokai. Nate mistakes him for Jibanyan, and Shogunyan explains that he is Jibanyan's ancestor. He wants to eat tuna but he can't because he's a ghost. However, he can take over the body of his relatives. Nate summons Jibanyan, however, Jibanyan refuses because of No Way, a yokai who makes people refuse things. Shogunyan takes over Jibanyan's body and takes down No Way. Nate gets No Way's medal and he gives Shogunyan the tuna and gets his medal. In the bonus chapter called The Night School Horror, Whisper tries to scare Nate but gets scared from himself and then gets stuck in a window.